Hello everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is your host Travis, and we're playing with a deck today simply called Altar. And I named it after the Altar of the Pantheon because, although sometimes I would stick this randomly in one of my decks, this one was actually a planned kind of thing. I was beaten rather soundly about the head and shoulders with a couple of key cards, and I thought it would be good to design a deck around them. I didn't have 4 copies of each, but these are the key cards. We got Embercleave, if I can get it to highlight. Sublime Epiphany, of which I have 2 copies. Altar of the Pantheon. And there's one other card in here. I think it was... Oh, where are you? Where are you hiding? There you are. Baneslayer Angel. That was the other key card. So, really, if I can get an Altar out early, I could get a Baneslayer Angel out on, say, turn 4. And possibly, if she lives long enough for one more turn, I could protect it from anything that might hurt it with the Sublime Epiphany, and then create a copy of it as well. Then, since I have 2 copies of Baneslayer Angel, I use Embercleave on one of them, and pretty much just kill whatever's left. Now, it doesn't always work out that way, of course. And especially since I don't have 4 copies of everything. I've got 3 of Baneslayer Angel, only 2 Altars, 2 Sublime Epiphanies, and 1 Embercleave. But I did want to point out that just having a couple of Altars in your deck can work really well for the ramp if you can't play the easy green ramp, for example. And you can get just 1 or 2 spells a little bit sooner. It can really make a difference in the game. So let's go over the overview real quick. 19 creatures, 26 lands, and then of course the 2 altars. I've only got the 1/1 for solid footing. It's a flash though, so it gives me a little +1 as a surprise. We've got Cliffhaven Sellsword, just 1 copy of that for a quick 2-drop. 3 copies of Core Blademaster, double strike. Equipped warriors have double strike, which works with the Embercleave quite nicely. 1 Rune of Sustenance gives 1 creature in the deck lifelink, and replace itself with a draw card. That's why we have 65 cards out of 60. This is one of the reasons why I don't mind going over 60 when a card replaces itself. 2 copies of Swift Response to take out the big creatures that attack us. 3 copies of Daxos. 1 copy of Kargan Intimidator. It's a warrior deck. 1 Scavenged Blade, so we can give a creature +2. 1 copy of Expressive Iteration to dig through our deck. 1 Maze Mind Tome to also dig through our deck. Banishing Light to take care of whatever Swift Response can't. And Dreadful Apathy. I only have 1 copy of this card, but it's quickly become a favorite. If I get it early on, so I only have 3 mana, but I don't have Banishing Light, I can freeze a creature in its tracks, and it gives me the option. If there's a reason to keep that creature around, I can. If not, I exile it the next turn. 2 copies of Heliod, Suncrowned. 1 copy of Shackles of Treachery. Although I must admit, at the end of this it says, until end of turn, it gains haste, and whenever this creature deals damage, destroy target equipment attached to it. I've taken control of opponent's creatures with equipment, and the equipment still stays around. So I'm not sure if I'm interpreting the card differently. I gotta go do research on that card to make sure I understand how it works properly. Shatterskull Charger, 1 copy. 1 copy of Kargan War Leader to increase all my warriors +1/+1. 1 copy of Legion Angel, and 3 more in the sideboard. You love Legion Angel. As soon as you bring 1 into the battlefield, you can bring another one from outside the game, from your sideboard, into your hand, and just bring them down. Bam, 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 1 turn after another. 1 copy of Starnheim Unleashed, which has foretell, and if you foretell it, you can bring out more than just 1 Angel Warrior. You can bring out as many as you can spend mana for. True Love's Kiss to get rid of artifacts or enchantments. 1 copy of Haktos the Unscarred. This is a double-edged sword, so to speak, because you can't put any of your other spells on it. Okay, it's red and white, but I can't put Rune of Sustenance on it, and I can't put Embercleave on it, because it's got protection from mana other than the chosen number. Whirlwind of Thought. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. This one doesn't come up too often, and I only have 1 copy, but when it does, it really helps. 2 copies of Reverent Hoplite. And let me tell you, Reverent Hoplite is a fun card. When he enters the battlefield, you create a number of human soldier creature tokens that's equal to your devotion to white. So if you happen to have 3 other creatures out and Heliod, especially if you have accompanied by just one Daxos, well, you could have like 5 creature tokens come aboard all of a sudden. You get 5 life, and you have 5 +1/+1 counters to distribute thanks to the Hell yeah Daxos combination. That really overpowers things. As mentioned, 1 copy of Doomslayer or Baneslayer Angel and 1 copy of Doomscar. I'm thinking about putting a 2nd copy of Doomscar in, but for right now, I kind of like the way things are. My big card is Creative Outburst, which I can use to create a creature token if I'm having land difficulties at the very beginning, or if I get it later on and I've got mana to spare, it really comes in handy, can sometimes decide the game for me. The rest is land. And the key thing is I'm going to need 2 reds and 2 whites for Haktos, and I'll need 2 blues for Sublime Epiphany. So my land game is to get 2 of each of the 3 colors out, and once I get that accomplished, then I stop worrying about land. That's the deck. We're going to take it out for a spin and show you how it runs. Another random match with a random deck. Okay, the way this deck works is, when I'm not recording my play, when I'm just taking this deck out to have fun play, it does awesome. As soon as I hit the recorder, I lose. Everything that can go wrong does go wrong. So I fully expect to start losing. Look at that, big creatures already. The end is near.
I love the smell of my pack's always growing.
You love the smell of your what? These people are weird. See, what do I want to do here? I do need some red mana. And I think I need a card draw too. Excellent.
I like to think big.
Yes, attack me, please. Thank you. Ah. Well, that's just not fair. Wow.
Out of our way.
Okay, let's see if we can at least survive. I did mention whenever I record this type of deck that I lose, right? Alright. Counter, token, return. We're going to target you. You're going to go up. We're going to duplicate the creature I control, and we're going to draw a card. Ta-da!
I like animals better than people.
Target creature becomes a coward. Attack! Get rid of that guy.
Why wasn't I strong enough?
And yeah, we'll bring this guy down. see. I have to block at least one of those, right? Eight, 16. Yeah, this will work. Ta-da! I can't believe I won. That was close. Look at that. That rampaging Brandon was totally going to kill me next turn. Okay, so here the trick is we activate this for mana. We don't use it for anything except it triggers Hellion. So we get a little buff up. And suddenly it doesn't matter if he sacrifices the other creature, he's not powerful enough to stop us. That guy doesn't have to worry about the death touch. Well, that's kind of cool. Too bad he got flying. That's a problem. So you're a zombie dragon, so you get the +1. Let's see. No, no blocks. Take all those hits. It's fine. You're gonna have to block somebody. Okay. Let's get rid of him. And let's give lifelink to Daxos. And pump up Daxos again. Now you have to keep somebody on defense. Okay, he's trying. What can we do? Because he's got a death toucher there. How much mana do I have left? I only have 3? That's not good. Alright. Let's put that into my hand. Let's put this into the library and exile this one. And then I can foretell that one. Oh, I can't foretell it? I have to only cast it. Did not know that. Alright, so what do we want to do? He can only cast that if he's got enough. Well, he's got a nice little thing going there. Okay, I've got to keep my mana free to give Daxos lifelink so that we can survive the next hits. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we block this guy. We give him lifelink. You can do that, but he's tapped. Guess what that means? You can't stop everybody. The zombies are dead again. The undead are dead again. Sorcerer class. Okay, when he enters the battlefield, draw then discard 2. Creatures you control have add blue or red, only to cast instant or sorcery or to gain a class level. And level 3, when you cast that spell, deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of instant and sorcery spells you've cast this turn. That's going to be involved to pull off. Alright, interesting card. Okay, we'll take a stab at this. Land, excellent. It is always nice to have a 2-drop. Let's take the white for now. Have somebody who can block him. You didn't have enough of the snow-covered stuff out there, but you had 2 copies of Frostbite. Okay. Making up for the mistake, huh? Alright, interesting. Let's see. I wonder how many of those he has handy. Start with that. Let's hold back on the lands. One damage to any target. Okay. Let's see. I guess we'll make this trade now, because we were going to use him for this anyway. In the meantime, let's see. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll do that. I need one more red source, and then I'll feel comfortable. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get rid of this pesky thing right now. I do love that spell. This is going to be a problem if he holds on to that, because that means I can't play my altar. We'll see. A 3rd Frostbite was handy. The Shuffler is fine. Gave him 3 of a kind. Is this a reactive deck? Does he have no creatures or anything to do with? Anything with? Two can play that game. I'll just play my lands and not do anything else. Take that. Alright, I wanted to hold on to him, but I don't want to Doomscar just a 3/1 creature. Maybe we'll convince him to start from scratch on the token. Okay. He's got a dragon handy, does he? He's going to use it too, isn't he? Alright. Time for a Doomscar. Let's put this out too. If we get him to waste his mana now. Oh, nope. He's going to do that instead. Okay. What do you got left in the tank? I got first strike, so... Okay. Thank you. Will serve as distractions. That is fine. Because we got a couple tricks up our sleeve and all the pieces are in place. Six points there, then we get to add 13 points of damage and 13 points added to my health, and the 5/5 becomes an 8/8.
I will not tolerate evil
That
in
is
this
not
realm.
going to help you.
Come, walk with me.
Monk is not going to help you. As a matter of fact, that might have been a bad idea too. We don't even need to kick him. He's dead no matter what. And he knows it. Nice. That's a decent amount of land to start with. Okay, can't quite do Daxos yet, so we'll just foretell instead. Still gonna need to do a little bit of work before we get all of the colors we need in place. Isn't that a cute little deck sleeve? First blood from the dog. Alright, we want to do this in a particular order. Don't like that. He's getting in his maximum damage here, isn't he? That may not help us any. I might have to Doomscar in a second. Okay, at least put out your 1/1 flyer. There you go. Thank you. I'm going to take away all of my toys. I'm going to take away all of your toys. Even though I'm low on health, I want to set up all the pieces that I have. I'd like to get one more mana source so I can make 3 angels. It's not quite what I needed. This can't attach to him because he's got protection from anything other than the number 4. And I'm low enough in health. Have to do that. But he's got protection. Fortunately, I can't leave him as a defender, because he's mandated to attack each time. But that's what all the angels are going to be for. If he ever decides to let me have a turn, thank you. Ta-da! Attack! Now the worm is turned. And unless he's got another Banishing Light or a 4 mana spell to take him out, he's dead next turn. Not enough. There we go. A little better. Land doesn't help me out much there. We're going to commit all of our forces. In order to survive, he's going to have to chump block with the Valkyrie. So he should go after the big one. Now if he has a Doomscar, I'm dead. Or at least in serious trouble. Banishing Light is not going to be enough. Flooding out with land, but thankfully it doesn't matter. You can stop 1, but you can't stop 2. And that's all she wrote. Alright, that was a pretty good showing for the deck, I think. That is the deck. We get to keep some of these cards come the September rotation, but others are going away, so I'm having fun with them while I can. It's got a nice incorporation of a couple of the newer cards with a lot of the older cards. Still can't believe Ikoria is going away already. But at least we get to keep Zendikar. We're going to have to create all new decks soon. Alright, you've got some time left to put together this deck if you've got the cards. Take it out for a spin. Hopefully you have as much fun with it as I did. In the meantime, come back again for next time. Like us and subscribe. There's always going to be another deck right around the corner. Have a good one.